Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's third and final video. We're going to have a look at the weather for the next 10 to 14 days for today's final video. Day 10 will take us to the 24th of August, and we'll be able to extend out beyond that with the extended GFS and ECM Ensembles. Maybe in a couple of weeks. We'll have a look at CFS V2 at the end of the video for the next 4 weeks. It gets us into September. I shall get on with that for you in a moment. Just to say that the first video release date was our 6 AM UK weather forecast, and also released a new events forecast as well, looking at events such as Green Man Festival and the Eastbourne Air Tattoo, and also a first little look at the weather for the summer bank holiday weekend coming up, not this weekend, but next weekend, long way off that one. That will coincide with the Leeds Rain Festivals as well, so check that one out if you'd like to do that. Like, share, subscribe on all of today's videos and content. Thank you so much everybody for doing that. We need to put on around 45 subscribers now to get ourselves to 16.7k, so if you could give us a sub, tell your friends and family to subscribe, it would be incredible. Thank you so much everybody for doing that. Right, let's start off with setting temperature. As always, ECT is now sitting at 16.4, which is 0.6 of a degree above the 1990 average. That is provisional to yesterday, to the 13th of August. These are the GFS upper air temperature, excuse me, and precipitation ensembles for the next couple of weeks. We're at London today. The red line is the 30-year upper air temperature average for London. We're starting off about average at the moment, and we'll be staying that way through the first part of this week. The second half of the week, towards the weekend, we'll see a rise in the upper air temperatures. They're going to start lifting up as we get into around Thursday, Friday time. That has been reduced compared to what we were seeing a few days ago when we were going up to here. Although there are still some quite hot ensemble members, but that might be enough just about to get things to 30 degrees sometime around Friday or Saturday. Beyond that, we see the upper air temperature coming back down again as we go through the first week of August. However, the GFS 6 operational run, which is this thick green line just here, does become quite warm again, actually, through the early to middle part of next week. That's a new development that's just starting to appear within some model output at the moment. So potentially this period here could turn into, you know, quite a warm period of above average temperature, but we're going to wait and see. You know, how far we go with that precipitation, but through the last days of the month, it does look as though things will be cooling down then. Precipitation-wise, there'll be quite a bit of dry weather once today's out of the way. We get into the weekend, though, and then we could see some heavy showers and thunderstorms with this particular temperature spike just here. And then beyond that, just looking rather showery, really, as we go through the last week of August. Temperature anomalies from the 14th, 22nd of August are warmer than average. It will be a warm third week of the month to come. And precipitation anomalies from the 14th to 22nd of August average to possibly a little bit wetter than average. A lot of that could be down to today's rain. So tomorrow, when the charts update, they probably will start looking drier than average. Latest with that from nullschool.net. So we've got an area of low sitting over, got a trough of low. So that's bringing all of the rain today. That will be getting out of the way into the North Sea. And then we've got this ridge in the Atlantic that will start developing through the rest of the week. And that takes us very nicely to the chart data. So this is the latest UK Met Euro run for midnight on Thursday, 17th of August. High pressure centred over and to the east of the country, looking mostly dry and about anti-cyclone. That is Friday next week again. High pressure dominates towards Scandinavia. Low pressure is out in the Atlantic. We're drawing in these easterly winds. They're going to be bringing very warm air in with them. And then this thundery low develops out to the west and starts pushing northwards and eastwards from off the Atlantic. So that could bring some thunder at the end of the week. Beyond that, though, the UK Met then has high pressure re-establishing by the beginning of next week. So we've got this high pressure coming back. And again, we've got very hot air sitting just to our south. We've plus 20 Celsius ice firm into northern parts of France. That hot air is still lurking there, everyone. And whilst we have had a bit of a wobble on the chance of things getting very warm or hot at the end of this week, I still wouldn't completely rule it out that we won't get a blast of really hot air coming up from France at some point before this August is done, because that hot air is still just on the other side of the channel. We do need to keep a close eye on what it's doing. Icon once more with the area of high pressure in control for Thursday. That high pressure still dominates Friday. Saturday will bring this thundery low in from off the Atlantic. Could be some thunderstorms therefore at the end of the week. And then different to the UK Met, Icon introduces an Atlantic flow with low pressure to our west, high pressure from the Azores trying to reach northeastward, but certainly no sign of any hot southerly influence there with Icon up to next Monday, 21st of August. What about GFS midnight run? Again, we have this area of high pressure over the country on Thursday. That's still dominating for Friday, but Saturday brings a trough of low in from the west. That will bring the risk of thundery weather in with it. Then high pressure starts reaching up from the south later on the weekend to the start of next week. Low pressure still out to the north and to the west. And if we get to day 10, the area of low pressure then starts coming in from off the Atlantic, bringing cooler air with showers and or longer spells of rain. After that, a ridge of high pressure for a while before we go into flat westerly flow and start looking a little bit autumnal by the time we get to the end of the GFS midnight run, which gets us today to the 30th of August. GFS 6Z, once more with that large area of high pressure in control of the weather on Thursday. Thundery low, then pushes northwards and eastwards across the country Friday into Saturday. Then high pressure re-emerges from the south again by the beginning of next week, kind of in line with what the UK Met was showing. So we have high pressure just to our east, low pressure out to west, drawing up these hot southerly winds into the early part of next week for the low pressure again. Probably a thunder comes in from off the Atlantic and turns things cooler, fresher and rather showery. And then it's unsettled through the final week of August with GFS 6Z, low pressure never far away, and quite cool with that as well. So cool and rather unsettled through the last week of August there. If you enjoyed the video, please can you like, share and subscribe. Everybody, drop a comment and let us know what you think about this and all of our videos. And don't get too friends about GavsWeatherVids. And we thank you so much, everybody, for doing that for us. Thank you so much. GM, again, with high pressure in the ascendancy on Thursday, brings lots of dry weather with it. From Friday through to Saturday, the high pressure retreats to the northeast. This little area of low pressure in the Atlantic starts pushing northeastwards. That's bringing increasing risk of heavy rain and thunder with it. And then as we get toward day 10, low pressure just meandering in from off the Atlantic. So rather cool and unsettled really with the gem once we get sort of Friday, Saturday out of the way. There is what looks like the remains of a tropical storm and or hurricane appearing on the extreme left-hand side of the chart as you're looking at it as well, just here. And then lastly, for the chart data, ECM looks like that. So once more, the high pressure dominates weather on Thursday, bringing lots of dry and fine weather with it. But Friday through to Saturday, in comes this thundery trough of low from off the Atlantic. Then high pressure builds and reforms over to the east of the country through to the early part of next week. We draw up this very warm or hot southerly southeasterly flow, got plus 20 Celsius iceberg into the southeast corner there on Tuesday next week. So yes, turning very hot for time for the early part of next week. Also looks volatile though, and potentially thundery. Look at the upper air temperatures there for midnight on Wednesday next week. They look really hot, don't they? Because most parts of the country show a blast of heat through the early part of next week before we get a thundery breakdown. And then we're back into cooler and more showery conditions by day 10, which gets us to Thursday, the 24th of August. This is the precipitation forecast based on that ECM run from Meteo.com. Heavy showers, long spells of rain today. That will all get out of way overnight into the North Sea into tomorrow. Then we'll have showery really through to the middle part of the week. Just dry out though as that area of high pressure takes over Wednesday, Thursday, and then in comes the thundery breakdown at the end of the week and into the weekend. That looks very wet, doesn't it? And it looks like a massive heavy thundery rain. Not sure it'll be as straightforward as that. It might be thunderstorms, or it might just be a massive heavy thundery rain. We'll know much more in a couple of days' time about that. But the whole lot sort of trundling northwards as we go from Friday into Saturday. Then we're left in those showery westerly winds before high pressure comes back again. And then by the time we get to the beginning of next week, further heavy showers and thunderstorms through central and northern parts of the country. In that hot and humid air, that takes us to day 10, when the thunderstorms are mainly in the east. These are the options on the table within the ECM Ensemble today for day 10. The Icelandic Met Office gets 24th of August. 13 members of the ECM Ensembles with high pressure just around west and southwest. Lower pressure is up to the north, looking rather flat and westerly with that. 10, again, with a mid-Atlantic ridge heading up towards Greenland. Some sort of trough over the top of the country. That could be rather cool and showery. 9, with high pressure sitting right over the top of the country. So it's going to be mostly dry and very warm. 8, with high pressure just to our east. 7, lower pressures out to the west, including control and operational as well there, by the way. 7, just here with low pressure through the country, combined with a mid-Atlantic ridge to blocking. That's cool and wet. And 4, with high pressure way to the northwest, and we bring the winds in from a northeasterly direction. All of those options still seem to involve high pressure in one form or another there at day 10. In 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. Perhaps signs of a change. This is 29th of August. 12 members of the ECM Ensembles with high pressure just to our east. Lower pressure is in the Atlantic, so perhaps a little bit unsettled for the west, mostly dry in the east, but we've got 9 here with deep low pressure over the top of the UK and Northern Europe. That's going to be very unsettled and autumnal, probably. Another 9 with lower pressure to the north, higher pressure to the southwest. Again, rather westerly with that. 7, with low pressure from Scandinavia into Northern Europe. Cool and wet with that. Another 7, high pressure ridging in from off the Atlantic, mostly dry, probably a bit cool with winds in from the northwest. And 7, with high pressure over the country. That would be mainly dry. It could be a little bit chilly, especially so at night. CFS Weeklies, finally, these are 500 millibar height knowledge, breaking down into week periods. The first week period will take us from the 14th to 20th of August. This week we'll have high pressure over into the east of the country, should be mostly dry, and obviously we could be turning very warm, maybe hot for a time. Week 2, 21st to 27th of August, high pressure ridging up from the southwest to the north, mostly dry and warm with that. Big change for week 3. It's 28th of August and 3rd of September with low pressure to the north, high pressure pulling out to our west, winds going northwesterly, so rather cool and showery. And then week 4 will be the 4th to the 10th of September with low pressure again to the north, high pressure to the south, westerly winds, therefore with the most unsettled weather in the north, but all places could be showery, so it may be quite a coolish and rather showery start to September on the way. We'll have to wait and see though about that. And we're done. If you've enjoyed the video, please can you like, share and subscribe. You can show everyone for doing that. Drop a comment. Let us know what you think about this and all of our videos. And don't forget to tell friends about GavsWeatherVids. We thank you so much for doing that. Make sure you ding the bell as well. You're going to be notified by YouTube when we release content, when we live stream, when we release videos, when we do the long range, and when we push out to community posts as well. You'll be notified by YouTube if you ding the bell, so make sure you do that. Right, okay, thank you so much everybody for watching today's vid. Tomorrow we've got 6 AM forecast coming up. We have got the EC30 dayer coming up as well tomorrow, and there'll be a 10 to 14 dayer too. Please keep checking back to the channel for more. For this one though, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.